So I watched a rather odd movie. Um, Odd in that I still kind of don't understand it. It's a sci-fi film starring a popular YouTuber. I always start my reviews by going into IMDb. The film is called Iron Long, and it stars Mark Fishbach, aka Markiplier or something like that. I know this guy from some of his. I've watched some of his YouTube videos, and recently I watched his YouTube walkthrough of Silent Hill F because I needed help playing the game, so I just watched him play it. Well, I could have sworn I saw his face before when I saw the trailer, and I'm like, I've seen that guy before. Then I saw him again on YouTube, and I researched him, and I realized, yeah, he's that YouTuber, Markiplier. He's the main character, Simon, who's a convict who was charged with blowing up some space station for whatever reason. Then you got Caroline Kaplan as Ava, who is his contact on the surface. That's right, Simon is inside of a submarine. Troy Baker as David. Elsley Lovelock as SM8 researcher lead. And that's really all I'm going to do for now involving the, cast. Not a very big cast. So, I'm going to go into my review. Didn't understand this film. I mean, I kind of did. I got the idea that he was on an alien planet prior to what I read about it. Basically, he's in a blood ocean looking for some MacGuffin. Turns out to be a skeleton. He finds a skeleton with the camera that he has installed on his submarine, or his mini submarine, which is exactly what it is, a mini submarine. This camera actually is an X-ray machine because Simon accidentally takes pictures of his crew's staff members, and they freak out because he has hit them with an intense amount of radiation. You know, when every time you go to get an X-ray scan or fMRI or MRI, they put that little thing over you. You know, like if you go to the dentist and they're going to take an X-ray of your teeth, they put a thing over you, protect you from the radiation. Anyway, so his goal is to pretty much take a sample of the skeleton he finds and bring it back to the surface, because that would mean his freedom. Because this very mission, him going under this in the deep depths of this blood ocean on this distant planet, is part of his punishment for blowing up that space station that I mentioned earlier. Apparently, according to what I read, humanity is very few. That is, the numbers, the population has been reduced to almost nothing. And apparently, all the stars and planets are gone. Yeah. They burnt out, I guess, disappeared. So his goal is to somehow find the only hope for humanity. Now, in this blood ocean, there was this creature, this sea creature. We don't really see this creature often. Because of that, we are kind of left to wonder, is he hallucinating? What is he seeing exactly? What is going on? I started to get tired in this film. I was like not really understanding what was going on, and I'm like, well, I can't really recommend this movie because I can't even follow along with it. And I started to think to myself, maybe I shouldn't have paid for this movie. Luckily for me, I actually saw it during Discount Tuesdays at AMC Theaters, where tickets are half the price. They're 50% off. So instead of paying $18.99, I paid roughly $9.49 or something like that. Yeah, really helps when you are kind of skeptical or don't really know and you don't want to take that big risk. So you just pay half the price. I had a can of Pepsi, but that was it for beverages. And I got that from work. I can't really say much about this film, other than the fact that the acting was good from Markiplier. Um, like I said, I've seen him in some of his YouTube videos. His Let's Play videos. That's, if those of you don't know, those what you. If you're trying to research a game or find a walkthrough of a game or just watch somebody play a game, just type in Let's Play or just play through or walk through. I do some myself. Anyway, yeah, he's a good actor. He has a deep voice. He's constantly saying curse words and getting frustrated during the movie because his character Simon is in this desperate situation. We trying to get his freedom, so he has to do this rather bogus mission that he is told that he may not ever return back from. And well, I'll just let you watch it to the end to see for yourself. I don't want to spoil it. I don't really know much about this, so I can't really spoil it. Apparently it's based off some submarine simulation video game of the same name, Long. Yeah, I know I can't pronounce iron, the R in iron, because of my speech impediment with the letter R, but anyway, that's really all I got. I mean, it's just confusing, and there was another sci-fi movie that I saw last year that I don't really remember much of what happened. I think it was called Ava. It's funny because there's a character called Ava in this movie, Iron Long. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for more. This is Modest Monkey. Take care.